Hi guys, I'm Alexandra and I haven't done a video for ages and ages. Like I always say, there has been a lot going on, and there really has. If you've been looking at my Instagram at all, then you'll know a little bit about that. But yeah, when you've got 8 children ranging from, you know, a toddler up to adult, then there's always something going on. So it's been a weird time, and I have not been in the right sort of headspace to make videos. I cannot make videos unless I feel like making them. I can't force myself to. So yeah, I cannot be disingenuous like that. So finally I actually feel like, you know what, I would like to make a video today, so that's what I'm doing. And to sort of ease myself back into making the videos, I'm going to be doing a little garden tour. So I have got another couple of videos coming up soon that you may be interested in. I am going to be doing a video on how I've been doing my homeschool planning. I have still not finished, but almost there. And another video on a pregnancy update, because I'm now 26 weeks pregnant. Yeah, so there's another couple of videos coming up that you might be interested in, so if you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. I haven't tidied up my garden at all. I haven't prepared it to show you or anything like that. It's just the way it is. And I've only done about a month and a half of gardening in total this year, because I didn't even start gardening until June, and well, we're not even halfway through July yet, so it's about a month's worth of gardening that I've done. So there's not as much growing as there is usually. It's not as neat looking as it usually is. We've still got scaffolding up because we've got work being done on the house, etc, etc. So yeah, it is what it is, but I'll show you around anyway for those of you that are interested. And I have been trying to start doing biodynamic gardening this year. I have had a little go of it before, but really trying to get into it a bit more this year. And that is, if you're not sure what that means that you garden by the phase of the moon. So depending on the phase of the moon, it's supposed to have beneficial times for different plants. So there'll be leaf days, there'll be fruit days, and there'll be root days, and so on. And so I just try to do the right work on the right day, and I'm quite enjoying that. I've got a couple of books on that which I can show you later, and a couple of apps that I use that help me in case you're interested in also doing some biodynamic gardening. But before I show you around the garden, I just wanted to tell you about the drama we had yesterday evening. So this year, I have to backtrack a little bit, we decided that we needed to, because we're on quite a tight budget, and there's always loads of different projects that I want to do, but this year we felt like it was really important to focus on getting chickens again, because our previous chickens all got old and died, and their wooden coop had rotten basically and fallen apart. And so I wanted to get a decent coop that was not going to fall apart as quickly, and a decent sized run for them, because I don't like them being all contained in a tiny space. So that was my priority. I do like to let the chickens just free range around the garden when I'm not growing vegetables and stuff, but at this time of year they need to be in a run. So I'm so out of breath. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I had good quality equipment for the chickens, and also obviously get some chickens. So what we did was we spent a lot of money on an omelette coop, which is like a big plastic thing. I don't particularly like the look of it. I like the pretty wooden ones, but they just rot. So we went for the omelette one, everybody else thinks it looks wonderful and amazing, so that's great. It's just, I don't know, just really not my style. But I don't have to live in it, so that's okay. And then we also got the run from Omelette as well, and we decided to get a walk-in run, so we can just open the doors, walk in and deal with the chickens without having to crouch down or anything like that. So that was an awful lot of money. I don't even want to tell you how much. It's disturbing, but I am told that this stuff will last for 25 years plus, so hopefully a good investment. So we did that, yeah, and then I wanted to save a bit of money where I could, so rather than buy chickens that are already fully grown and ready to lay, I thought that it would be a good idea to get some fertile eggs and put them in the incubator, which we've done a couple of times before, and the children really love it. I really enjoy it as well, seeing all the chicks hatch out of their eggs. So yeah, I just thought for the youngest ones, they don't remember us hatching the chicks before, so it would be great for them to be able to experience it as well. So I bought some fertile eggs. We only have a fairly small incubator, and the breed of chicken that I want are Buff Orpingtons, and they're quite big. The eggs were quite big, so I could only fit 8 of the eggs into the incubator. Anyway, I spent, you know, about 3 weeks turning the eggs 5 times a day by hand, because it's not a fancy incubator that turns them for you. And then they started hatching, and to my amazement they all hatched and all lived, which has never happened to us before. We never usually get such a successful batch, but that was fantastic. So we got 8 chicks, so happy about that. And we were keeping them in a little brooder in the garage while they were tiny, and then after when they were about a week old, I started to bring them out during the day and put them in the run out in the garden so they could get some sunshine, fresh air. So warm anyway, they were absolutely fine. So they were loving running around outside and eating the grass and everything. And then this is where I get to the actual thing that happened last night. I know I've been rambling on for ages, but then yesterday evening Imogen came in from the garden and she said, oh, there's a cat in the run, in the chicken run, but it's all right because the chicken's coop is shut, so it hasn't got in there. And I said, well, the chicks can't go in the coop yet, they're too small. They come in at night, so it looks like the cat must have eaten them. So I ran out there to go and see, and sure enough, there was a massive cat in the run and no chicks. So I came back in. I was absolutely devastated. I mean, I don't know if it's like pregnancy hormones or whatever, but I was very emotional about it, and very, very upset. I just felt like, you know, number one, awful for the poor little chicks. I thought I'd put them in a safe place, and then that happens to them. And secondly, you know, over a month's worth of work from me. It's just been a total waste of time, and now I've got to start all over again with a new batch of eggs. And it was just awful. So yeah, it was dreadful. So anyway, my husband went out there, let the cat out of the cage, and just said, yeah, there aren't any chicks. So yeah, I was so devastated. And then we were sitting in the front room, so we were at the front of the house and the garden's at the back, and then my husband said, I can hear the chicks tweeting. I was like, what? Where are they then? That's weird. Like, how can we hear it from how can we hear them from the front of the house? Where are they? So I was looking out in the front garden, couldn't see anything, And so then we went out into the back garden and we could hear them tweeting really, really loudly. So we were looking all around, and then my son Odin, he found 3 of them by the greenhouse, and we put them in a box to bring back inside to put in the garage in their brooder. And my husband found another 4 in one of the bushes. So I was relieved, thinking, well, 7 is better than 8, thank goodness for that, what a miracle. But then just as we were about to come in, my son heard another one by the greenhouse. I'm like, are you sure? And sure enough, there was another chick there. So we went and, well, my husband and my son went over there and caught that one and brought it in as well. So all 8 of them were alive. So what had happened was my 4-year-old son had opened the coop, the run, and I don't know that from that point on, I don't know what happened, whether the cat went in first and they all escaped, or they'd already come out and the cat had gone in. I don't know, but thank goodness all 8 chicks are safe. I am so happy about that. And we've got, I had already got another batch of eggs into the incubator because I knew we didn't have enough female chicks. And yeah, so those eggs that are, second lot of eggs that are in the incubator are ready to hatch in about 3 days. But only there were only 2 eggs out of that batch that were viable. So hopefully both of them will hatch, and hopefully both of them will be female, but you never know. But I will be having to get another load of eggs anyway as well, because I think out of our 8 original chicks we have only got 2 females. I'm not 100% sure, but with the Buff Orpingtons, usually if they've got the shorter wings and their blade's not as big, then they're females, and they're a bit paler than the males. But I can't be 100% sure yet. But what we will do is we will keep them all until they're like about 20 weeks old or 22 weeks old, and then we will dispatch the is that the right word? Butcher, basically, the males, and have those for our dinners, and keep the females for eggs, for laying eggs. It's yeah, not nice to do, but you know, that's obviously we need to eat, so that's what we're going to do. But anyway, long story, but yeah, I am so over the moon that the chicks survived last night's ordeal. And now I will show you around the garden. So this is our big walk-in run that we've got, and the new coop, and you can see the little chicks underneath in the shade. It's hard to see them on film, but they are all there, safe and sound after their dramatic evening yesterday. They're all happy and well, thank goodness. Okay, so we've still got scaffolding up, having some work done on the house, so everything underneath is dying. This is our grapevine that we moved last year, so it's only just sort of starting to grow properly again. Then we have lots of hollyhocks around the garden, but none of them have flowered yet. This is our fig tree, which we didn't get any figs on this year because it's been such a cold year. And here is a flower bed that I need to actually grow stuff in. I haven't done anything with that at all. And then round here we've got our bay tree and our black currant bush. You can see the black currants. Oops. We've eaten a lot of these already, but there's still a few on there. Our holly tree. Lots of these trees. We planted 60 of these around the garden, so we can have a nice hedge soon when they get a bit bigger. Got some pretty peach roses over here. Another bay tree here, an apple tree, and this is a vegetable bed that I didn't put any seeds in until the end of June, so not much is growing yet. I mean, it's just starting to come up. And in here we've got beans, we've got some squash, an onion that's gone to seed, well, going to seed, and we've got some radishes in there, and I can't remember what else, but quite a few different things. And then over in this one we've got some tiny little squash plants, and we've got these corn plants growing. These are for some blue corn, which I'm excited to see. And then we've got some beans growing up here. So we're doing the Three Sisters method. You're supposed to plant the corn 3 weeks before the beans so they can grow up the corn, but I started late, so I couldn't do that. And then along here we've got some turnips and some carrots and a volunteer tomato plants, loads of these miniature squash plants which are overcrowded and I need to thin out a bit. Some random mushrooms that have sprouted up. Oh, and there's a few more in there as well. Don't know if you can see. But I had to put this wire stuff and netting stuff over because the birds kept eating all the leaves off of the turnips and the broccoli there. Whew. And then we've got our compost bin, some more hollyhocks which haven't flowered yet. Hello.
I got things for you.
Okay, I'll have a look in a minute. Then we've got our cherry tree which has got really tall this year. And we've eaten most of the cherries and the birds have helped. And the birds have snapped so many of the small branches, so I need to prune that and sort that out. Then we have another compost bin here, wheelbarrow, and then got a few things starting to grow in here. This is where I've sown some lavender seeds, chamomile seeds, some colourful yarrow in here. I can't remember what I put in that one. And then in this one, these are little foxgloves. And I won't even show you what's in the greenhouse because you can see my bump there. I started so late, so I've only got a couple of tomato plants, a couple of cucumber plants and things like that in there. And then we've got more hollyhocks which I can't wait to flower, and our trees which we're making a hedge with. More hollyhocks, loads of them, and we've got the roses that are finished flowering on there. Some poppies, more roses. I mean, most of them have already flowered now and it's had its day. And then this had lovely big peonies on it. I need to deadhead it, but they've all had their day now.
There's a purple poppy.
And this had absolutely tons of roses on. There's still lots of buds, so we're going to get lots more soon. But this is what they look like. They're absolutely gorgeous David Austin roses, and they smell like lemon sherbets. They're so lovely. And I'm actually going to harvest some of these petals and dry them out for some teas that we're going to make. And then over here, I leave this bit quite wild. We've got lavender. Again, I need to harvest some for some teas and stuff that we're going to make. I purposefully leave the stinger nettles because I make a nice fertiliser sort of tea for the garden with those. They're hoverflies.
Hoverflies?
Yeah. And then foxgloves. And then here we have a jasmine and a mock orange, but they've pretty much finished flowering now, but they smell absolutely heavenly. Down here we have lots of strawberries going along, and again our trees that we planted to make the big hedge. And our little barbecue there, and down here
is rhubarb.
Here we have our rhubarb plant, and this is our herb bed. So we've got rosemary, chives, basil, lemon balm, thyme, sage, mint, and there's more rosemary down there.
And there used to be growing sweet stuff down here, I remember. Sweet little sticks up.
And then something else I got this year is this gazebo, so we can sit out here even if it's raining and just have some extra space because we have... Hi Wilf, you okay?
Yeah.
Good. We have such a small house, so any extra space is, you know, really
ticket, Mum?
nice.
Do you want a ticket?
No thanks, you have it.
Well,
So yeah, we got the gazebo. It's quite a good price
show picture.
from Amazon. I'll link it below if you're interested. Oh yeah, that's good, isn't it?
Wait, where?
Are they Imogen's?
No, they're mine.
I think they're Imogen's. You need to give them back.
They're mine.
Okay.
And show picture.
Very good. Yeah, and obviously you can draw the curtains. I want to get some nice lights for in here so we can sit out here in the evenings. Okay. And yeah, we've just got a cheap camping table under here, and I've got this tablecloth from Home Sense. It's a Martha Stewart one. It's quite nice. And then these chairs, I mean, they're not particularly nice looking, but my husband saved these from a skip. We've got 11 of them, I think, so not bad. Totally for free, and you know, perfect to save us some money. And then over here, my son Henry has been trying to dig a pond. He hasn't done it for a few days now because it's just been continuously raining. But as he was digging, he discovered that there was a wall inside. Apparently there used to be an extension along here. So we need to probably either get that out or just make the pond somewhere else. We're not sure yet.
Mum, Sky stabbed herself.
Oh dear.
And she's got blood on it.
Oh. So yeah, I can't wait until we have a pond. I want to have some frogs and stuff in there next year. And here we have a climbing rose bush with beautiful red roses, but it didn't flower this year, and I didn't think it was even going to survive because our dog completely chewed the whole thing, almost completely, but a tiny bit survived, and it's sprouting up again now. Over here we have a little hazel tree, and I just put it reasonably central in the garden. I'm going to keep it smallish so we can access all the little hazelnuts. You can see a few are starting to grow just there.
Mum, I can't myself.
Are you pretending?
Well, I can't myself. Did a prank. No, it was the prank. I did it.
Okay.
Ow. Hold your glass. I said, oh, nice.
And then the happy little chicks.
Oh, very good. Very good. I was rubbing it. Very scary. Hi, G. No, it's wet. Mum, can I climb up here?
No, because it will break.
Also?
No, because it will break. I just remembered that I was going to show you a couple of books that I use to help me with my biodynamic gardening. So I've got this one, which is really fantastic, and it tells you how to make the biodynamic preparations. I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to, because a lot of the stuff that you need to make the preparations are very difficult to get hold of. For example, let's see, well, yeah, horn silica. I mean, I don't know how I could get hold of a cow horn. I'm not sure where you get silica from either, so that one would be difficult. I think I'll just order the preparation. And there's other ones as well. I mean, there are some you can do, like there's this one that you make with yarrow. That's why I've sown some yarrow seeds this year. And this one that you use this plant, I think I have some of this in the garden, so I might be able to make that. Oh, I can't find the other ones now. Oh, the nettle one, I've been making that. Dandelions, I can make that one. But some of them, like for example this oak bark one, I can get hold of some oak bark, that's fine, but it says to bury it in a pig's skull. Now I'm pretty sure I can't get hold of a pig's skull, and I don't really want to, so I will buy this preparation for the garden at some point, probably next year. But yeah, there are some I can make, you know, like I said, like the dandelion one, the nettle one, valerian, yarrow one, but some of them I definitely can't. Which, yeah, it's just easier to order them. And then this is the other book I've got, which is not so good. It's just an overall thing about different things that you can do during the month, different months and different moon phases, but it's not as specific as this one. This has got a lot of useful information in it, so I highly recommend this one. It's brilliant. It's got all the pictures in to show you exactly what's what as well, and at the back it's got more information on each plant and how you can care for it biodynamically. So fantastic. I'll link it below if you're interested, but like I said, this is just more of an overall thing. It's not just about garden, it's about everything. And then I've got a couple of apps on my phone. So I use this one called Moon Garden, and you can just click on the day and it will tell you that today is a day for fruits and seeds, and it tells you what you can do, what you shouldn't do, and it tells you that the moon is a descending moon today and what star sign it's in. So there's that one that I use, and then there's this other one called Biodynamic Garden. With this one, it tells you again today's a fruit day, and then you click on it and it tells you 5 activities that would be good to do today, and then special activities. And in the special activities bit, it always seems to tell you a lot about beekeeping and what's happening with the bees. And next year, I always say this, next year, but honestly, next year I am going to be getting bees. So looking forward to that. So that was my July 2021 garden tour. I hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget, I have got some other videos coming up soon, which will be the homeschool planning that I've been doing and a pregnancy update. And leave comments below if there are any other videos that you would be interested in me making, and I will try to get those done now that I'm back into the spirit of making videos again. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I shall see you again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.